Hey guys, here we are. I was just doing some stuff on my computer and the time just completely slipped away from me. It happens. Get some of this stuff fixed up here so I can see the chat and get everything going here. Perfect. So, put that over there. So anyway, I have not had a live listing show for a while. Hey, Andy. And I thought that I would do a little bit of listing today. I'm going to write some drafts. Holly's going to be here tomorrow. So I'm going to have her take pictures of everything and I'll get it uploaded tomorrow. And I thought I would just go over some of the stuff that I bought. I went shopping with Andy yesterday. And we hit a couple of local stores, local Goodwills. We went to the bins and bought a few things, but then we hit a few other just Goodwills. We just hit some Goodwills. And Andy got a ton of clothing. Hey, Cindy, I don't know if I said hello to you. I'm sorry if I didn't. But anyway, Andy had gotten quite a bit of clothing, and I ended up with kind of not like a ton of inventory, not like hundreds of things to list. Actually, it's just one tub that's piled up a little bit and then a couple of other items. So I thought I'd show those to you today. I spent about $150, I think, and I did buy one item that is going to be broken. Not going to be, like, I'm not going to break it. It's broken already. It's not working. And I had expected to make about $35 on that, and that's not going to happen. Hey, Kim, thanks for being here. So I thought I would just run through this stuff and kind of show you what I bought. And it's funny because, you know, those nostalgic things that you see that you can't help yourself. Well, there's a couple in here, but I should do okay. So like this I picked up at the bins, and it's just a page that has 4 CDs in it, but it's got 2 Weird Al CDs and 2 Dr. Demento CDs, which are fun. I don't know, Andy, if I can return this or not, but it was the last Goodwill that we hit. So it was I'll show you in a minute what it is. But hey, Kim, it is not snowing here today. It is a little overcast, and it's probably right around 30 degrees, and I'm sick of it. It doesn't feel like spring, does it? But anyway, I'm not sure that I'll make any money on these CDs, but I might enjoy them for the moment. They did not cost me very much. I did get them at the bins, but I don't know how many of you remember Dr. Demento, his show, but he was pretty funny. Very funny guy. That's right. Right in the floor. So I bought this VCR DVD combo. This is an Emerson brand, so it's not a high-end brand. It does not have the remote. I haven't tested this yet. Nope, doesn't have a tape in it. I paid $7.99 for this, and I'm hoping I can get about $40 plus shipping for this. Some of them do better than others. This is not, again, one of the high-end brands, but it'll still do okay. It won't be super bad to ship, super bad. It probably weighs about 8 to 10 pounds. So there will be some shipping. You know, shipping will be kind of high on it. But it'll be all right. So those CDs was one of the sentimental kind of purchases that I made. And this one was the other. And I don't do jigsaw puzzles. Like, I don't put them together. Look at this one. This is from 1989. This is Back to the Future, the movie poster, and it's a jigsaw puzzle. It's a 500-piece puzzle. and they're kind of bigger pieces, so I may actually put this one together and just see if they're all there. I got this at the bins. It probably cost me $3-4 to buy this, but this should sell for around $20 if it's complete. So I was willing to take a risk on that because I just love Back to the Future. And it's got a Kmart sticker on it, like the price sticker for $4.97 in 1989. So that's pretty cool. So let's see. I bought this for 50 cents. This is a used cartridge for a Febreze Scent Stories. It also works in like the Yankee Candle thing. And this one's pretty good. This one's actually in pretty good shape. And I'm going to try and get about $12-14 out of this. Let's see. Okay, Linda is dealing with some technical difficulties, but if she gets those straightened out, she may join us. She may. I bought this Nine West eyeglasses case. I got this at the bins, and it has a pair of Nine West eyeglass frames in it. Very nice. And wow. But so I'm going to try and sell these for about $30. I did not see any solds of this. I'm hoping that I can get them to sell. But yeah, about $30 on these Nine West glasses. And they sell few and far between, but they are easy to list. They're usually cheap. So not too bad. I kind of bought this for my sister. I got this at the bins. This is one of those, you hang this in like your pantry, and those plastic bags go in, like the grocery bags, and you can pull them out from the bottom. So it's storage, but I thought it was cute with the birds on it, and I thought she might like it. Again, that didn't cost me really anything. I got this at the bins as well. This is sealed with tape. That doesn't mean it's complete. I couldn't look at it though. But this is called Elfinland. And it looks like this goes for about $20 to $30. It just varies. So try to get that checked out and sold. Could be a job for Holly. I'm just saying. I picked up this little cross stitch. It's sealed. It's called Baby Steps. I paid $1.99, which is a little more than I tend to spend for these, but it's really cute. It's a like a frame. It's one you can frame that has the name and the date and the birth weight on it. So I'm hoping to get about $12 to $15 on that. We'll see. I didn't even look it up. So I did buy a lot of shoes yesterday. Let me start throwing this out here. So I paid $3.99 each. Hey, Kiari, thanks for being here. I paid $3.99 each for all of the shoes that I'm going to show you. And I'll just show them to you kind of quickly. This is a pair of Johnston and Murphy wingtips, Oxford. These are in pretty good shape. They do have a significant crease across the toe, but I am going to clean them up. These are not a gigantic size, and I prefer to buy larger size shoes, but I buy this brand when I see it. These are 9.5, so they're fine. All of the shoes, except for maybe one or two pair, I expect to get about $25 to $35 for. So there's that pair of Johnston and Murphy. This is a pair of Mercanti Fiorentini. And these look like they'll go for a little bit more. These are made in Italy. They're very soft, very, very soft, supple. Supple leather. Bill Bam says, is it morning already? Unfortunately, it is, and very soon here it will be afternoon. It just flies by, but I think I can get about $40 for this pair of shoes. That's a new brand for me. I'd not heard of that brand. Here's another pair of brown tassel loafers. These are Johnston and Murphy. It's one of my favorite brands. They're a good solid $25 to $35 on their men's shoes. So I do like to pick them up. And of course, I price mine higher than most people. I really do. These are also Johnston and Murphy's. These are a split toe brown Oxford. And I have sold similar shoes like this for about $40. The soles look good on those. The strings look good on those. Another pair of Johnston and Murphy. Another pair of wingtip black Oxford. And this is a bigger size. This is size 12. I'll try to get about $35 in these. And I did not find any Allen Edmonds yesterday, which is usually my go-to. I don't think I did. Maybe I found one pair. This is another brand that I did not know. It's Grenson, Grenson. These are made in England, I'm pretty sure. This is a really cool kind of oxblood color. It's probably hard for you to see. It probably looks more black, but it's very red. Very cool cap toe. Oxford. It's funny when you start working in a niche, how quickly you start to pick up on styles and stuff. Because when I'm hanging out with Andy, she's talking about Levi's. Well, this brand, like this number, the 551s or whatever. I don't do jeans, so I don't know. The 501s is this style, like they're straight leg, they're baggy, they're skinny. Like she can just rattle them right off, and I'm like, I got nothing. But since I've started dealing with shoes, I've really started to pick up on like the styles, what they're called. So this is a cap toe because it looks like this toe is capped. Really cool sole on these. These are in pretty good condition. I'm going to clean them up a little bit. And I'm going to try and get about $40 to $50 on those. And I only have one more pair of shoes. And these are, let's see if I can read. Oh, these are Bruno Magli, which is a brand that I don't normally pick up. But this is a size 14, I believe. This is a size 15. Really cool suede loafer or suede Oxford. A little bit of wear on the sole, but no significant heel drag. I'm going to try and get about $40 for these. So that's it for the shoes that I picked up yesterday. But I do enjoy shoes. They're easy to ship. The bigger men's shoes like that, I'll ship in the priority shoe box because they won't fit in a padded flat rate. But any of them that fit in a padded flat rate, go in a padded flat rate. So I bought this for my sister as decor, not because she's bedridden and needs a bedpan. But this is a vintage style bedpan. I don't think this is a vintage bedpan. I think this is a reproduction that was made for like Hobby Lobby or Joann. And I don't think this is old, but it was only $2.99, and I thought my sister might like it she has that farmhouse kind of style. So I thought she might like it. I picked up this. I'm going to clean it up. This is a Mickey Mouse ball cap. This is Walt Disney World, and it says original on the front. It's just cute. It's a Velcro, like strap back, adjustable hat. It is kind of dirty, but I got this at the bins, so no big deal. I might keep that for myself. I don't know. I do like a good ball cap. This is called an iClicker 2, and I don't really, it's something to do with reminding students or prompting an answer from students or something like that. I got this at the bins, and I think that I can sell it for about $20. hopefully it works. I have not been able to test it, and I don't know if that I will be able to test it, but hopefully about $20 in that. Linda inspired me to buy some silverware with all her sales, recent sales. I picked up 2 packs of Oneida. There's about 40 pieces in this, and I paid $6.99 for it. This does not do all that well, this particular pattern that I picked up, but I'm hoping I can get about 30 bucks for this entire thing. And then I bought this set, much less pieces, for $5.99, but these seem to do much better. So I'm hoping to get about $30 to $40 for the pieces that are in this bag, and that will be parted out. I bought this. This is a Canon camcorder remote and AV hooks and instruction manual. I'm gonna try and get about 14 bucks, 15 bucks out of that. Paid $2 for that. And then I bought 6 rolls of wallpaper border. There are 4. Nope, there are 3 that are these green kind of background, and these are for like fishing. It looks like fly fishing on those. And then I think this is the same print in tan. They are made by the same maker and stuff. So I bought 6 rolls. I got these at the bins. And there's the pattern on that. Hey, Linda. So I bought this.
Good morning.
Good morning. I think this is about a 10-inch wide wallpaper border, but I'm going to sell the, I'm not sure if I'm doing a multi-quantity on my listings for these, the 3 rolls each, but I might. And I might not. I might just sell them all 3 together. Because that would be great for a man's office. Picked up a Watchman yesterday for $3. I don't know how well these do, but it looks like it's in pretty good condition. I'll check that out and see what it does. I picked up another wallpaper border, and this one is Sesame Street, like a nursery kind of thing. Got a remote that'll do 15 bucks. This is called a Cork Pops. It's a wine opener. I think I can get about 20 bucks for that. I got some more of those communion cups. I paid $3 for these, but I usually get about 20 to 22 for these. Plus, hey, Julie, thanks for being here. Picked up this Chanel Parfums bag. It's kind of dirty, but I think I can get about 10 to 15 for this. I'm going to clean that up. And I know I'm trying to stay away from $10 to $15 items, so I didn't get that many. This is one of those pure filters that you put on your faucet with an extra filter, and my sister uses these. So I picked this up for her. Whether or not she uses the used one or not, I got this at the bins. Let's see. I picked this up. I don't know what it is. It's some kind of ship that looks Lego-ish, but I'm not sure if it is Lego. Could be Mega Bloks. I just have 2 things left to show you. Oh, let me throw these in. Woody and Buzz Lightyear. I got these for my grandson. So cute. I love Toy Story. Can't help it. It's just so cute. So, how's everybody doing? How's sales going? I know that I only had 1 yesterday, and I had somebody pay for something they bought the day before. So, not really great. Let me show you these last 2 things. This one is probably my home run. I paid $20 for this, and This is one of those brass fireplace screens that looks like a peacock. This one looks like it regularly goes between 60 and 80, even more. Just depends. I'm going to fully check this one out. I think it needs a little minor repair that won't matter. And but I will be listing this hopefully today. So pretty excited about that. And then this is my thing that doesn't work. So I bought this to sell locally, and it's a little personal vending machine. So it holds like 10 drinks. It is coin operated, but it's not necessary to have the coins. You can put the coins in it, but you can get a drink just by pushing the button. But the motor in it does not work. And I'm thinking I may try to part this out. There's not a lot in the way of these being listed on eBay, but I may, like, this is a little drain tray. And I think you can, looks almost like you can put candy bars or something in it. I don't know. So I may try and sell that. And I may try and take this door off and sell just the door. I don't know. But I paid $10 for that. So that's kind of a done. All right, let's see what's happening here. Okay. Kelly's Shopping Corner. Good morning, everyone. Excited I finally caught a live show. Love your channel. Well, thanks and welcome. I love a new face. Good morning, Amalia. I know it's early there, so thanks for being here. And then Julie says, eBay invited me into the guaranteed shipping program. What's that all about? They say I'm good at shipping on time. So Linda has a way of explaining these things so I can understand them. She's like my Jenny. So I'm going to let her talk about that in a minute if she wants to. And Huckleberry Planet says that looks like Pirates of the Caribbean Mega Bloks. It very well could be. I don't know. It was just in the bin, so I picked it up. It looks like half my head's shaved today, but it's really not. And Julie says, charge your family for their snacks. Love the idea. I know. It'd be a cool way for a kid, too, to save money just by doing, you know, that. Yes, Amalia is West Coast. All right, Linda, what's going on in your world?
Lots and lots of stuff to list. Picking stuff up all week. Sales, they're okay, not where I want them to be. I'm getting a decent quantity of sales, but it's a lot of low price stuff, so the dollar value hasn't been quite there. I am hearing myself, so I don't.
Okay.
On your.
All right.
But picked up a lot of good stuff this week, and yesterday I picked up 4 Cutco knives for $5.
That's such a good deal.
In sales. I love finding the Cutco knives. And I picked up a Breville juicer that I'm going to try and sell locally. I picked up for $20, and I got it locally listed for $140, and I'll take any offer 100 or more. So nice. Yesterday was a good day. But Thrifty Paper Garden's asking about the guaranteed shipping program. What that is, if you go to eBay now and you search an item, and let's see, let me do it while I'm talking. So if you look over on the left, you see the area where it says guaranteed delivery, and you can choose, say 3-day or 4 days. So what you're choosing is how quickly you want your item delivered to you. So if you need an item in 2 days and you click on the 2-day shipping, the only items that are going to come up in your search are items from people that are opted into the guaranteed shipping program and have the handling time and delivery method that will get it to you in 2 days. So if you live in New York and you're trying to buy it from someone in California, they're not going to show up because it's not going to get to you fast enough. To opt into the guaranteed shipping program, you same day or 1 day handling time. And in you have to offer priority mail or some sort of expedited shipping. Usually it's going to be priority mail. It doesn't have to be your main. So if you offer free shipping on an item, you can have the free parcel or whatever and priority mail that would get it to them in the needed time, and that listing would then qualify for the guaranteed shipping, but it has to be up to the customer to choose that shipping method. So that protects you from, you don't have to offer priority mail on free shipping. You can offer free first class shipping if it's a small enough item, free first class shipping, but then also offer the priority mail option, which is what I do in all my first class listings. And then it qualifies for the guaranteed shipping. The customer has to choose and pay for that method. They're not going to get it free, but it does, you will at least show up in the search if somebody clicks on 2 or 3 day delivery time. So in a nutshell, that's what the guaranteed shipping is. And how it works, if it doesn't arrive in time, as long as you shipped it in your handling time, the same day or the 1 day, you're fine. If it doesn't arrive to the customer on time, eBay gives them like a $5 credit or something because it didn't arrive on time. So we don't flip the bill for that unless you ship it late. Then the ball's in your court and not eBay's. But so that's how that works.
Yeah. Oh, Gina. She's envious of Amalia. She's in the north, and it was sunny yesterday morning, sunny this morning, dumping snow. Yeah, so it was like 48 here and sunny yesterday, so it was not bad at all. But today it's just kind of yucky, and a lot of people are having that kind of I thought it was spring reaction, but it just isn't spring. So hopefully it will clear up for everybody soon. In my fantasy life, I'm visiting Amalia very soon to get rid of this awful, to get out of this awful weather. But not in my real life. That doesn't happen in my real life. Let's see. Amalia said her teenage son has never really seen real snow. Well, you can go just about, I think, half of the United States right now and see some. Oh, wow. You're facing 8 to 10 inches of snow, but the snow drifted south. Praise the Lord. Amalia said, you only love me for my weather. No, I love you for your strong wit, too. Gina says, take him on a road trip. Wouldn't that be fun? So my goal for this weekend is to get all of the stuff that I just showed you up and listed. And have some fun and paint my bedroom.
So how cute is this guy if you're a Winnie the Pooh Eeyore fan?
Oh, I love Eeyore. He's so cute. That the fabric on him is so like plushy.
And he's got his removable tail.
Yeah, his little tail.
Yeah, it's called Sugar Sweet is the name of the plush. It was a Disney store. And it's called Sugar Sweet, I think, because of the sparkly and the material of what it is. He's so cute.
So, Linda, were you able to get your webcam to work? Not,
Yeah, I had disabled the wrong thing. I don't know what I disabled, but it wasn't a. Yeah, everyone. I was at an estate sale during the week, and my computer my laptop's been having issues, and so I knew I was going to have to replace it here soon. Wasn't quite sure how I was going to afford it. Then I was at this and sitting there, laptop, and I started looking. It was an Acer Aspire, super clean. It booted up. It was starting right from the beginning, like you just bought it. So if it had ever been used, it had been wiped. It looked real nice. They had it for $120. I did some research on it while I was there, and I ended up buying it. And so far, I'm super happy with it. But now I'm going through all of trying to get it set up the way I like it and all my passwords. And I had to get my webcam. It was defaulting to the onboard webcam, which actually is a really good webcam. But it makes me have to set my screen a little bit lower than how I like. Otherwise, you wouldn't be looking at me. So you'd be looking up at the ceiling or something. So I had to get my regular webcam set up, and I was having a little trouble getting it to ignore the onboard camera. How's what's the quality look compared to when we tested it the other day?
Well, it's hard to tell when we're live because, there's a little bit of,
true.
But it's not as clear as when we were looking the other day. So,
I was thinking that too when it first popped up. I think my onboard camera is better than my Logitech one I bought. And the Logitech one I bought is not a low end one. I think I paid $75 for it. So yeah. I don't know what's going on there. They're both high def, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see if I can find some of this. So I got my sister's trip planned. We are going to Destin in September. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll be my two sisters and my oldest daughter. And I mean, all I can think about right now is vacation. Like that's the only thing I've got to look forward to right now. Oh, vacation is the best. I love vacation. It doesn't even have to be a big vacation. I can look forward to a weekend. It can just be an overnighter, and that can get me excited. Just some break from the routine. Admittedly, we have the best routine of most people that are employed. But still, you still want to break from the routine occasionally. This wallpaper border was printed in 1994. Sure, it's still relevant.
Well, first with your paper garden. Oh, how have you sold anything today?
What's that?
Have you sold anything today?
Nothing. But Julie just sold something. Good for you, Julie. What'd you sell?
Yeah, I've had 4 sales already today, and one of those was a multi-quantity item where they bought all 4 of them.
I've not had anything today, which is unusual for me for a Saturday. But
I sold more flatware.
I did get an offer this morning on my a Tommy Bahama surfboard beach towel. Nice. Somebody else is going on vacation. I got an offer. I've got this food dehydrator. I have had it for a while, admittedly, but I've got it listed for somewhere around $50 to $60, and the same person has offered me $20 twice. I'm just not ready to do that.
Yeah, I've got someone that keeps sending me a Ralph Lauren graphics T-shirt. I've got up for $12 or $11.25, something like that. They keep sending me an offer of $4.75. I tried countering. I just plain declined, and they keep sending the same offer.
Yeah.
So I finally went in the listing to not accept anything under a certain amount, and auto decline on that.
Yeah. That's a good idea. I'm going to go research that food dehydrator because maybe I do need to come down on the price because it has been listed for a long time. But I think if memory serves, it's practically brand new in the box. Bill says he's had 2 sales, including a Sterling and Black Hills gold ring. Really nice. Bill, you always have such interesting stuff.
How much did you get for the ring?
Okay, it looks like I may have mine up. I may have mine priced a little high based on what's currently listed. So I think what I will do is go in $96 shipped. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I might go in and lower mine. I'm willing to lower my price on mine, but I'm not lowering it to $20. So let me see what I've got here.
Is your microphone in a different spot, or?
Mm-mm.
We are really hearing.
Is there a lot of feedback?
Well, it's not the feedback. It's when you're doing your trackball on your mouse. At least I think that's what you're doing.
It's so loud.
It's real loud.
Oh, weird.
I never noticed that before. It's just been today. Or did you mouse maybe?
It's probably this newer mouse.
Oh,
is what I would guess. Because watch, I bet if I switch to the other one. So we'll get an empty slot here. Turn it on. There we go. Yeah, this one doesn't have that sound. Like it doesn't make the clicky sound
Okay.
at all. So that'll be better. Let's see. Let's look at my listings.
So I did pick up another jewelry jar this week.
You're buying another jewelry
Plan a
jar
day
this week?
Do another through it.
So I'm going to drop my price down because I've got it. I do have it overpriced for right now. Take best offer off. I'm going to list it for $36.99. I'm pretty sure the guy that wants to buy this wants to buy it because he's like one state away. So on something this size, the shipping's probably cheaper to buy it because I'm closer. So I'll drop the
Right.
price that much. Maybe he'll buy it.
Hey, Sarah, I'm sending you a link. Can you let me know what this sold for?
Yep. $10 in
Okay.
October of 2016.
It's not my exact item. I was just trying to get an idea what something like that sells for because I've got these Denver Broncos from 1984. They're from the local radio station, and they're cards of players, and they're from 1984, and I had zero idea what to price them at. And it looks like it was some sort of contest back then. So it was like a scratch-off card, and possibly won prizes. And then, of course, if they didn't win, they at least had this little football card of the player or something. Zero idea what to, and auction's not going to work on something like that because not enough people are going to be looking for the item.
Right.
I can't find any. This is the closest comp I could find, and it's not even exactly that. I guess you just put a price up and go with it.
I went down a tiny little rabbit hole, just a tiny little one.
Just a little
Yes,
one.
I was looking for like the men's basketball. I was looking at the men's basketball bracket to see who was in the upcoming games. But none of my teams. So back to work. So I've been on an old TV kick lately. Again, nothing new. Um, and last night I watched a couple of episodes of Maude. Maude. I went back to Maude. I'm like, Adrienne Barbeau was on this show. I didn't even remember that that's who it was that was on the show. And then a couple of nights ago, I watched, and I was watching these on YouTube. So they were probably something that somebody taped on their VCR in 1990, and it had little bits of commercial in it. So there were the throwback commercials too, and it was an hour-long like video, and it had Murphy Brown for the first 30 minutes, and then it had Designing Women for the other 30 minutes. Unfortunately, it was the Designing Women where they had replaced a couple of the characters, so it wasn't quite as good. But I loved Designing Women. I loved Murphy Brown too. But it's just funny looking at that hair. You know, those big feathered bangs and the French braid with the bow and all of that stuff. It's really, I love, like, it's like peeking into the past when you watch a show that is from a period, not something made about the period. Because it just has that realism to a degree, because not everybody dressed like that, but I just found it funny. You're right. The commercials are fun to watch. Gina, you're absolutely right. I'm like, oh my gosh, look, like 1990, it looks like, was about the time they came out with value meals at McDonald's. Like, that wasn't even a thing before. Okay, I ate way too much out, but that wasn't even a thing before then. Like, they didn't have the value meal where you just order a number before then. It's fascinating to see how things have changed. And the fact that in none of those shows, like, they weren't using cell phones, really. Like, that wasn't even on their radar. Let's see. Julie said her birthday's next week. Happy birthday. And I'll be 55. I'm so excited. I qualify for the old folks discount. My husband is taking me out of town to do some on-the-road thrifting. It's so much fun. Be careful driving, because I know that the weather is, questionable in a lot of places. But I'm really jealous that you get to do that. Fun. But, and Gloria, I'm sorry I did not say hello to you. I just remembered that you popped up in the chat earlier and said hello. And I'm so sorry I overlooked you. Amalia said, was there a Toys R Us commercial? That would have been cool too. I don't remember Jeffrey in there. There were like a lot of like Diet Coke or Pepsi commercials, some fast food commercials. They didn't have, like, it wasn't like normal commercial breaks. They were just like you'd catch part of it. But it was fun. I enjoy doing that. Like, I have nothing better to do than watch 3 episodes of Murphy Brown.
That was a good show, though.
Yeah. Well,
and Designing Women, I've got DVD to the first season. I remember that.
The fact that she, like, got pregnant, like, deliberately got pregnant and was a single mom was so controversial. I'm like, really? Because I'm pretty sure there were a lot of single moms going in the 90s, and it's really common today. I mean, a lot of people don't get deliberately pregnant to be a single mom, but they were really shaming the fact that she wasn't married and she was having a baby. I'm like, oh my gosh, things have changed.
Well, there was a time, and if I recall, wasn't what would it have been? The first Bush that was in office, that was president, and you know, he was telling people not to, saying that it was a bad show or something. That I seem to remember the president getting in on it or something.
Dan Quayle,
yeah,
I think, said something about it.
Huh?
I think Dan Quayle said something about it.
Oh, maybe it was Quayle. Maybe it's Quayle. I remember one of the.
Yeah, there was,
or vice president, or.
Mm-hmm. And they had a lot of cameos in that show of actual news people that like showed up. Like I know that Katie Couric was on there. Like Katie Couric came to her baby shower or whatever.
That's right. Yeah.
Gina says no value meals before 1990. LOL. I got a cell phone in 1992 for emergencies only. As I was commuting to college every day. It was the size of a regular house phone, about 10 by 12. And I bet it was so expensive you couldn't use it. Gina says, we're going to the cheaper side of the state once we get to Rochester near the Mayo. I'm assuming the Mayo Clinic. Yeah. That Goodwill was charging higher prices because the Mayo doctors were donating their ties and golf shoes. Amalia said, I was using a beeper in the early 90s. Yes, I had a beeper too. Not in the early 90s, but I did get one probably later in the mid 90s. I got a beeper. So, gosh, I remember that. Funny how things have changed. Because even with the expectation of a beeper, if someone beeping you, they knew that you would get to them eventually, like you would call them eventually. Maybe not in the next 10 minutes, maybe it would be an hour, or maybe it would be later in the day. There was no expectation that it was going to be instant communication.
Well, and I remember getting beeped and then looking for a payphone to be able to go call the
having
person
to drive
back.
to a payphone. Or saying, hey man, can I use your house phone? Because you're somewhere else. And if it was a real emergency, it was their number 911. Like, call me now. But yeah, it was like, look how our culture has changed in the 20-ish years since then, since the mid 90s. Where we are instant right now. If you don't answer the phone, then you're getting a text, and like it's we've got this different expectation now. I mean, how many times did you call somebody when you were younger and let the phone ring 10 or 12, 15 times because you knew they were probably outside? Like, and you just let it ring and ring and ring, and it was no big deal. Now, if you don't get an answer in 4 rings, you hang up, I'm not leaving a message. Craziness.
Well, I did a little
Those
bit more
running around days too. So you could delete those numbers right off your beeper, and there was no trace in case you were entertaining more than one love in your life. Amalia says she remembered Blanche's daughter and the Golden Girls got artificially inseminated. Dorothy's son married a black woman, and Rose's mom turned out to be a cougar. All controversial back then, normal now. There was also, you're right, I remember all of those because I love the Golden Girls. There was also an episode where one of, I think it's somebody's sister or cousin turns out to be gay. And there was a lot of controversy about that. And the only one that had any sense about it was Sophia. Like, she was just, very, very casual about it. They did a lot of controversial. There was, they talked about HIV and AIDS on the Golden Girls. I think that they had a particularly interesting platform because they were women of a certain age talking about it, not like a group of 20 somethings addressing the problem. So I think that the audience was different. I think that the people they were speaking to were different. There was an episode where Dorothy had like chronic fatigue syndrome or something, which I think is probably what my sister has. I have a sister that her adrenal glands don't produce adrenaline anymore, so she's always tired, and she has to take medication to help her with that. And they were talking about the healthcare system then. They were on top of all of the current events back then, the things that weren't being talked about. I love that show. I watch that show. If it just happens, if I happen to be clicking through channels and it's on, I stop at that show. It's just so good. And I was watching a special about them, and they actually wanted Betty White to play Blanche, and they wanted Rue McClanahan to play Rose, which would have flip-flopped there. But I'm glad they did it the way they did it. Because Betty plays the airhead.
Yeah, I think
perfectly. And yeah, and B. Arthur was not the first choice for Dorothy, but they had her role written as a B. Arthur type, so she actually had to audition for that to be a B. Arthur type, and she is B. Arthur. That's pretty funny. I know way too much about this stuff. Andy and I were just talking about Spencer for Hire yesterday with Robert Urich.
Oh, yeah.
Amalia says she loves that show. Okay, Sarah and Linda, which Golden Girl are you? I bet Linda is secretly Blanche. I don't know. You're right. Rue McClanahan did play an airhead in Maude as her friend. You're right. That's probably why they thought that. I don't know. I think we're all the Golden Girls at different points in our life. My face isn't showing anymore. Sorry, I've got it on, Linda. There we go. Sorry. But I think, I don't know. Sometimes I tend to be Dorothy, and sometimes I tend to be Sophia, and sometimes I tend to be Rose. And I lived Blanche quite a long time ago. But fun stuff.
I think I'm more like the mother, drawing a blank.
Oh, Sophia?
Sophia. I think I'm more like Sophia.
Yeah.
I'm just a grumpy crank.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, absolutely.
So I actually found a comp. I found an actual comp for these cards with a little bit more digging. Some of these for $9.99 plus shipping. I have 52.
Is anybody else not seeing me? Are they seeing like my thumbnail instead of me?
Internet has been very, very choppy today. So you've been stalling a lot, and
Huh. Kim, try and refresh it and see if that fixes it.
But yeah, you're okay on mine at
Okay.
my YouTube.
All right.
But yeah, you have been very, your internet's been very choppy today.
Weird. Okay, so a couple people can see me. It may just be that Kim needs to refresh. Molly says Dorothy's ex Stan was hilarious too. You're right. And remember, like there was a season. There was a season where Christy McNichol or something lived next door. Is that right? Where they had a big dog? Am I making that
on
up?
Golden Girls?
On Golden Girls? Yeah.
I don't remember.
Am I getting that confused with a different show? Now I have to look. Great. Another rabbit hole.
I mean, not that I remember every Golden Girls episode, but I don't. That doesn't sound familiar, but it may just be that I certainly don't know all the Golden Girls episodes the way I know all the Friends episodes. Yeah, right, Bill. You're Blanche.
Bill, you're funny. Yeah, she was on Golden Girls from 91 to 92. She played Barbara Weston. And I feel like she was a cop.
Huh, I don't remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a doctor living next door with a big dog. He had two daughters. One was a cop. Yes, that's it. Like, I'm not as familiar with those episodes, but I do remember that for a season or two. It was such a good show. It was a little predictable, but it was good. And they had some really good guest stars on there. Like a lot of people made cameos on that show. I remember Mr. Burt Reynolds being on there. Oh, I love that stuff. Y'all got any home remedies for an earache? I'm waiting to hear them because my husband has this stupid earache and he won't go to the doctor. I'm tempted just to let him suffer.
He probably has an ear infection.
Molly said her mom freaked out when Julio Iglesias showed up. I remember Julio Iglesias in the 80s. Linda, did you know that there was a channel for, I'm not suggesting that you're a nerd or anything, but did you know there was a channel for Comic-Con?
There's a channel for Comic-Con?
Yeah, like it's
Channel where?
it's called Con TV, which doesn't sound like it would be for Comic-Con. Sounds like
TV?
prison. Let me see what platform it's on again. On Amazon. I think you can buy it on Amazon.
Oh.
So, but like they do all these fantasy shows and stuff. I'm like, is this another genre I'm missing out on? I'm going to need longer days because when I was watching, we were watching these series of movies. They're called Mythica. They're not great. They're not horrible. They're just entertaining. And I'm like, I want to make these costumes. I want to write a screenplay. I want to do all this stuff. Ain't nobody got time for that. So tonight, I think I'm going to try and find the Fall Guy on YouTube and watch a couple of episodes of that. Comic-Con in San Diego, and I've never been. If I did go, it would be to find stuff to resell or genres to resell in. Sarah, I'm in your area. I'm coming back from Cincinnati. We're in Springfield now, road trip with Mom. Listen, Springfield is only about 45 minutes from my house. So if you want to stop by and I'll make you a cup of tea, I'd be happy to have you. But fun. I'm glad that you guys are having fun. Lots of people are road trip sourcing. Be careful. I don't think the weather's bad here, but I don't know if it's getting worse more up where you're from, Val. Val says she'll be here in 45. I'll be dressed exactly like this, okay? Let's see. Holy shnikes. These sold for $100 new on eBay. And these aren't new, but by golly, they're in good shape. I was just trying to figure out what to price these for. These are called Mercanti Fiorentini. They're Italian, apparently. These are a size 10 and looks like a size 8 sold for $42.99 free shipping. Let me get rid of the brand new ones. Somebody sold a 9.5 for $20 because I don't know why. I think I'm going to go in about the $40 range with these. Here's a pair that sold for $35 with free shipping, but you know, I ain't doing no free shipping. Let's see. Kim said rubbing alcohol, a couple of drops, and then a cotton ball and the bad ear up, and let the alcohol run into your ear. Okay, I will try that when he gets home. I'll just put a couple of drops in that ear and see if we can fix it. Molly said hubby bought a pair of Florsheims last year on their website for $20. He loves them. He says he needed a new pair, looked online, and now they're $60 to $80. It was his first interest in retail arbitrage. Right. Because I don't know. I've never been to the Florsheim website. I don't even know where they sell Florsheims anymore. Do they sell them at like Macy's? Do they have independent stores? Or did they? See you, Val. You guys be safe and have a good time. So pissed buying them for $70. He bought them on their website. I can imagine. I wonder where Will is today. He must be busy. I haven't seen Kath Palmer in a
Saturday
while, too.
Being a Saturday could be outsourcing.
Yeah, it could be. Isn't it so tough to like really nail down where you want to price something? I mean, there's a lot of variables. But then knowing the way you run your business, like I know I'm going to have best offer. I know I'm going to probably have a 6 to 10% sale running all the time. These shoes are probably going to sell in the $35 range, maybe $40. So I'm going to list these at $59.95 because somebody's going to come in and offer me, you know, $35 or $40 for them. So,
Right.
and that's really the goal anyway.
Well, a lot of times because I usually start my listings without best offer, what I want, and then when I add best offer after a couple of weeks, I usually will bump the price up a little bit to give more haggling room.
Yeah, but you're so much more organized than I am. Because I'll forget to go back and increase the price. That's one pair. I got a creepy, a slightly creepy email. I may be interpreting it as creepy. On that pair of really distressed boots that I bought, somebody wanting to know if they had been cleaned on the inside because they didn't want a perfumey smell, and like, do they have insoles? I don't know. It just gave me that vibe. At some point when I responded to those questions, they were going to ask me to take pictures wearing those boots. And I haven't responded to it yet. I just
did ask you that.
Huh?
Shoot a picture of you wearing them?
They haven't asked me that yet, but I feel like when I respond to this initial email, this message, that's going to be the next progression, because the message just feels a little off to me. And of course I may be, seeing things that aren't there, but it doesn't feel right. It just, like, they're not so overpriced. Just buy them if you want. Whatever makes it sell. I'm just not gonna, no. I'm not gonna wear them. I'll answer the smell question, but as soon as it starts shifting in the wrong direction, that's it. We're done. Okay, I have not seen this before, but I don't tend to wear a lot of men's shoes, so, but on this pair of Johnston and Murphy's, the tongue is sewn to the inside of the shoe, just on one side, I guess to keep it from shifting or falling down. But I have not seen that before. But it's like that on both, and it looks like it was like done at the factory. It doesn't look like it's been altered. That's just interesting. Danny Shane. Hi, that's a new name. But yes, I've never seen that either, where they sew the tongue on one side to keep it from moving. I mean, it's not the worst innovation I've ever seen. These are a 3E. Hope that makes them sell.
Wow, that's really wide, isn't it?
Hey, the Veranda Files is here. We are busy. Kicking butt and taking names. I don't know what we're going to do with the names, but we've got them. Kathy. Kathy says she just sold a pair of lace booty shorts from Walmart for $3 for sale of the day. Nice. You know, if I'm thinking booty shorts and lacy ones at that, Walmart is my go-to.
It's where I buy all mine.
Right. Danny says she hasn't sold one yet today. No, I haven't had a sale yet today either. I'm hoping all this effort we're doing right now, though, will produce one. I wanted to give a shout out to Flippin' for Fun. We connected online. I helped her with some homemade cat food recipe, and she helped me get out of my fear of listing. New friend. That is wonderful. I know that you guys were talking about that the last time that we hung out. So I'm glad that that worked out for both of you. And we're all here to support you getting over your fear of listing. So, but I'm glad that you made a connection. That's wonderful. Andy says, when I worked loss prevention at Burlington, lacy booty shorts were a big theft item. You know, I'm willing to go to jail for that. Yep. Was in the big house for selling lacy booty shorts, for stealing lacy booty shorts. Yep. That's where I got my jailhouse tattoos. Note to self. Finish one listing for shoes before you pick up another shoe. That's a good way to get them confused. Kim says she's only had one sale in 2 days. I have had only 2, so I feel you. Good morning, guys. Hey, Cammie. I go through withdrawals when you don't have your listing parties. LOL, I just love them. Say hi to Holly. I will. She'll be here tomorrow, so I'll definitely tell her that you said hello. And I know I was thinking, I'm like, I need to have some kind of show, something, so I can talk to my people. And so I thought we would hang out for a bit today. And for whatever reason, my shipping wants to default to parcel today. It's partial to parcel.
Did you see that Ann Eckhart has stepped into the world of Poshmark?
No, did she post something on Instagram or on eBay? I mean on YouTube.
I know it's been on Instagram. I don't know if it's gotten on her videos yet because she's always like a week behind in her videos. But yeah, she started Poshmark.
Yeah, so we both watch Ann Eckhart's videos. And she's an interesting person, but I know that she'd been resistant kind of to Posh, as am I, because I don't deal in clothes, but it's good to see her stretching out, because I know that she had done, did she just go on Mercari recently?
No, Etsy.
She went to Etsy. That's right. Are any of you guys listing on Mercari? Hello, I'm live. Okay, bye. Now he feels terrible. Poor guy.
Live?
Yeah, he's like, oh, I forgot. I'm so sorry. Like, it's okay. Perfectly fine. Lucky for him, we've got a very forgiving group of folks. Damie says she sells on Mercari, and Cindy just started on Mercari, and I've sold a couple of things on Mercari, but I don't have much listed over there. Do have some jewelry, but it's just not moving. Probably need to go in and reduce the price on what I've got over there, but I would like to do some more stuff over there. So how are you guys finding it? Like, what's your experience? Cammie says, I haven't had a chance to connect about homemade cat food. I still need to and find the email to connect. Here's mine. For the person who has cat food advice. That is the Veranda Files, I believe. And if I knew her name, I would share it. But I can't remember. She may have told me, I just can't remember. But I'm sure that she would be happy to share the recipes for the homemade cat food. I have actually been kind of thinking about that myself, whether I should start doing homemade cat food. But so let's see. Danny says she loves it. No problems on Mercari at all. What types of things are you selling over there? Are you doing clothing or hard goods or a mix, or kind of what's your experience been there? And Veranda, is that your name there that you're sharing? Mostly purses and wallets. Good. How's that? Oh, see, that's a total niche that I completely overlook. Are you doing name brand or just really cool styles? Because I know that there are some very cool styles that they are not name brand purses. They're just cool. Or you doing Vera Bradley's, or what are you doing? I'm very curious. Share what you like. Share whatever you would care to share.
Yeah, I've only ever put listings up, or well, I've got 2 listings up on Mercari right now, a couple of jean lots, but they haven't sold, so probably need to drop the price a little.
I need to do more on Mercari. It's not hard. I just don't. I haven't fully committed to it. You do both. Mostly Fossil and Coach, then Odds. That's cool. I am not careful enough. I know myself. I'm not careful enough or knowledgeable enough to authenticate. And I know that Coach purses are particularly copied. So, but I'm sure I could find another niche over there. Fossil wallets sell on eBay also. I'm scared to mess with Coach. Yeah, I don't trust myself with Coach. I think I'm gonna make McLuba for dinner. It just hit me like a craving. Oh, Danny got a cha-ching! Yay! Good for you. All right, I gotta step away for just a second. I'll be right back. Danny, what did you sell? Oh, a fossil purse. Very nice. Okay. Oh, 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 oh. PTSD. Is that where we're having PTSD from the sound of the eBay chime or whatever you want to call it?
Cha-ching.
Yeah.
Funny, we were talking about Ann Eckhart earlier. She mentioned that she does not have her eBay alerts turned on her phone because she gets startled very easily and it would scare her all day long going off. I live for that cha-ching.
Right. Oh my gosh, if I didn't hear that, I would just give up.
I get upset when I realize I've walked out of the room where my phone is.
Right.
But she purposely turns it off because it would scare her all day long.
Well, she's kind of a funny little thing anyway. I mean, she's kind of a funny girl. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. She's just a very kind of quirky kind of person. Kim says it's inspiring. I agree. It makes me want to like do more. And when it doesn't happen, and I know we shouldn't have all of our hopes and dreams and in emotional states tied up in it, but when it doesn't happen, I'm like, why is it not happening? What am I doing wrong? Why am I such a failure? And of course, because I'm female and menopausal, I go from okay to, standing on the ledge on the side of a building in a 24-hour span, because tomorrow I may have sales all day and I'll be fine. I'll be, singing from the rafters. Pamela Jordan, does Mercari alert you when something sells? I think it does. I think there's a tone. I think mine is turned off because I turned off notifications from Mercari, but I get an email. So I think I get an email. I could be making that up. I don't know, but I do need to go in and turn that on now that you have mentioned it. Let's see. Everybody check their phone.
I get a pop pop-up on my phone when I get a message or a question on a listing. But I haven't sold anything yet to know.
Yeah, I may have. Let's see. Let's see. Mercari. I've got everything on, so I think it does make a sound. And so the thing about Mercari too is, though, it is like I got an email from them saying your buyer had received the item, and I guess they rated me, and so I had to go in and rate the buyer for them to release my funds. But as soon as I did it, they did release my funds. And Linda, I don't know if you're getting these emails from Amazon that I'm getting, but I love them. So yesterday I learned that we could do, Alexa, talk to Pikachu. Isn't that cute? Oh, Pikachu. Pikachu. Oh, Alexa, stop. But we sat on the couch and laughed at that last night for 20 minutes probably. Alexa, talk like Yoda. Nope, that's still Pikachu. Alexa, stop.
It has been stopped.
Alexa, talk like Yoda.
Jedi named Yoda there is. Unique way of speaking is his. Focus must one until Yoda's done saying his whole sentences.
But she does, this is more about entertainment. I know Amazon meant for it to be a marketing and easy buying and all of that. But Alexa, give me a famous movie quote.
Here's a famous quote from Jaws. You're going to need a bigger boat.
It's, okay, that stinks because she doesn't do it with any kind of inflection, but she is just a machine. But honestly, she sent us some cute stuff. Like, Alexa, tell me a wizard joke.
What do you call a wizard in a frat house? An abracadabra.
An abracadabra. She told me a dirty joke yesterday. What do you call a muddy chicken that crosses the road twice? A dirty double crosser. It does not take much to entertain me. Cindy says, I have only had the internet on my phone for the last 6 months. I like the cha-chinging, but I do know I can live without it. If you don't have it, it helps you to separate fun time from work time. You're right. You're absolutely right. But I mean, I can quit anytime that I want to. I don't need this phone. I can quit anytime that I want to. I just don't want to. Right? Isn't that what every alcoholic has ever said? I can quit anytime I want to.
So check out these Cutco knives that I got. They've got pearl handles.
Nice.
So instead of the regular black handles, it's these white pearl handles.
Those are the ones that I have. That's the set that I bought. So they're newer. They're newer. I just made up words. But which one? What do you have?
I have 1725.
Okay, I think I have that one. It's like a chef knife. I have 2 of those.
Yeah. And 23 serrated.
Okay.
The 1721.
The small serrated.
And it's also serrated, small serrated.
Mm-hmm.
And The 1720. This one, I'm not
That's
sure
the
what you
paring
call
knife.
this. It's a fillet knife or,
Mhm.
huh?
Okay, so
Okay.
I bought that set, and it included the sandwich knife, which is a knife you can cut with, but you can also spread like mayonnaise and stuff. And the slot, the case that they go into, the hard case. And I think we paid just over $400 for those 5 pieces.
Wow.
So you should do really well. And that's the new set. That's like, I think I've had mine for, I say new, I think I've had mine for about a year and a half now.
It's funny because the lady said that they're really good knives, but she replaced them with something better. It's like, what did you replace Cutco with that are better?
Right. And why are you selling these for $5? Why not $25 or?
This is the same lady that sold me the Breville juicer for 20.
Wow. Let's see. Andy said the cha-ching is awesome. I love it. It's the message tone that gets me. Sometimes that message tone is also an offer, so I'm okay with that. I had some bad experiences early on. I made some rookie mistakes that caused me some returns. Lucky I've learned from those. We all have those. We all have to learn from those. So, I mean, I think you almost need, I knew what she meant. I know she wrote roomie mistakes. I've had some roomie mistakes too when I was single and living with folks. Just don't do it. But I think you almost need to make those mistakes yourself for them to be kind of a pain point for you. You know what I mean? Like that emotional pain that you go through with those kinds of mistakes and that physical loss of money sometimes, I think those stay with you more than just if I say, don't do this because this will, cause you pain. You only stick your hand on the stove once, I guess, before you learn. You're multitasking, yeah, you're fine.
Do you know what on the Cutco knives, it has the number 1725. Do you know what the letters afterwards correspond to, like the JJ in this case?
I don't know. They do have a website though.
Because some of the listings on eBay, some people just put the number and others also have initials afterwards. I don't know what the initials stand for.
Knife sets with a tray. Let's see. Yep, that set that I just described looks like that is the $499 set. Let me see if it shows me. I love how they will sharpen the knives for you too. You pay shipping there and back, I believe. And they will sharpen them for you for the life of the blade. And these knives are so sharp that literally you can look at them and cut yourself deeply.
So you're saying I probably should be careful while handling these?
I would certainly, they do get duller with wear. And even though I've got a Cutco knife sharpener, it doesn't get them as sharp as they were when they were new. But Chris got those knives and she had them sharpened, and then I bought one from her and it was as sharp as a brand new blade, and I did cut myself a couple of times with those. It's definitely a brand that you should be looking for. I'm going to see what the catalog numbers. Give me a oh,
Oh,
Andy
it
just
looks
got a
like
sale.
it looks like the letter.
Is it the handle?
So the JJ is $19.99.
What's your number on that one?
It's a 1725 JJ. So I'm reading this website, and the lettering system, yeah, it says the lettering system,
Is it dating them?
yeah. So
Maybe that's what
JJ is
mine
nice.
said. Ow. So mine are KP, the letter K and the letter P, and KR.
Okay, so KB,
KP should be like 2015 or 16.
this website I'm reading about this is from 2015. It says KB is 2001 above Logic. So maybe it'll be newer type thing.
They're very good too. If you email them, you could email them and ask you know, what is this date code? They will tell you, and they get back to you within like 24 hours, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it says right here, JJ's $19.99.
So if yours are covered, you're fine. But I've got a KP and a KR.
Okay, P. Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, so those would be newer.
Mm-hmm. KP is probably 2016, maybe.
Yeah.
Andy, what did you sell?
Okay. So it's just a date. Not really that important.
Yeah. It really only matters to the buyer that really knows. I love my Cutco knives though. And I told my daughters, when I die, you will inherit these. Like this is your inheritance. This is my legacy to leave for you. They're not looking forward to my demise quite nearly as much. A heavy Carhartt flannel, pristine condition, $35.88. Awesome. Hey kids, when you guys are listing items on eBay, make sure you're using the drop downs. Like make sure you're not typing in. Like for example, I'm putting in shoe size, and because these are in the shoe category, that's one of the drop downs that I have to choose in the item specifics. But I don't want to type in a size 9. I want to click the drop down and choose the size 9, because that is what that's where the information is drawn from when people are drilling down what size they want, what color they want, what fabric, whatever is the actual autofill. Exactly, Danny. Don't type it in, choose from the list. Yeah. And that I did learn that from, hey, Jessica, thanks for being here. I did learn that from watching YouTube videos. I think somebody's YouTube videos, maybe an eBay YouTube video. I don't know. Oh, I should have looked at these before I bought them. Note to self, always check the sole. But I didn't look at these for some reason. I was just grabbing them off the shelf, and these are not going to be able to be resold. Look at that one. That one's even worse. I mean, I might be able to put them up for like $10 and have somebody resell them since they are nice shoes. But I don't even know if that will happen. I'll just put that away. Work on the next thing. Aunt Ziff is with us, and the name is Kathy. Thank you for telling me. Thank you so much. Oh, you don't use the eBay drill down list on shoe sizes. I find that the Euro sizes are incorrect, so I manually enter the shoe size. Right. And that's the way that you do it. And typically I enter in the size of something I'm looking for. But I guess other people may search differently. So if you want to be open to those searches, you would want to use that drop down. But I get it. Everybody searches things differently. Just the way that I tend to search is probably the way that you tend to search, is just putting it in the top. Let's see. I'm going to go until 2 o'clock Eastern, which is about another 20 minutes. Put the size in the title, so I thought that covered it. You're right, and you want the size in the title. You're absolutely right. I'm just saying for those folks that may use that left-hand menu to drill things down a little more. Maybe they only want to buy things from the U.S. Maybe they only want to look for things that are free returns, and they have the ability to drill those down. And that's another way you can drill something down that has a size, is by choosing the size over in that left-hand column. And if you want to be open to those searches, someone searching your item that you know, that has a size or color or whatever, you want to use the drop down in the item specifics so that yours will filter correctly. But you're right, it's absolutely essential to put that size in the title. Absolutely. Hey, Nanabeth. Yeah, we did get a head start on you. We're gonna be rounding out here pretty soon. I have gotten quite a few things listed, which has been, or drafted, which has been nice. See you, Danny. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hey, good morning. How are you doing this morning? I wonder how big, I wonder how big retail shoes, like you can walk into a shoe store and buy a size shoe. This is a 15. This is probably the biggest shoe I've ever bought. Zero One Wolf said, tell your husband to suck it up and go to the doctor. LOL. I want to tell him that, but I'm going to try and baby him through this. Gloria says, what's the difference between your listing an item and selling similar? Back in the day, because I think this is recently changed. Back in the day, I know it's autocorrect and it's killing you. Relisting, I know what you're trying to say. When you relisted an item, you use the same item ID. And there was a philosophy that did not boost you up in rank. It showed your listing as an older listing. And that using the sell similar function would give you a new item ID and boost you in the rank as a newly listed item. But that has been debunked, and I no longer follow that philosophy. And now when you relist, you get a new item ID from what I'm seeing. I think Josh Cable just ran across that, didn't he, Linda?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. Fundamentally, they're the same thing. And I use the sell similar function when I'm trying to use someone else's listing as a starting point for mine. So maybe it's got some of the keywords that I want to use in their title, and it's got the category that I want to use. So I'll just use that as a jumping off place. And Indecent says, I don't like to sell similar for fear of accidentally double listing. And I ran into a ton of that and have only been relisting my items now because I ran into a bunch of duplicates. And while I can't say it's completely solved the issue, because I still make mistakes, it has significantly reduced the amount of duplicate listings that I've had. Relisting, you're right. Yes, you're right, Annabeth. That's another difference. Relisting saves your watchers and sell similar does not. And then Andy says she uses sell similar when she's listing multiple pairs of the same style brand of jeans. That's an option, or you can actually create a copy of your draft too, if you're doing that, which is what I was doing with Wallpaper Border. I was just copying my draft and changing the particulars in it. So, but there you go. See, people are smarter than me. Most people, like most of the planet, smarter than me. Let's see. Linda, how is it again that I can see what the actual offer was on an item? Do you remember?
The item number. And
do what with the item number?
go to watchcount.com.
Watch count. I don't do that very often, so I don't. They sold for $40. I can live with that. My shoes are new and listed as new, but on Google search, when my shoe comes up, that match keywords on Google, it says used when they're lined up on the comparison view with other shoes. No, I have not. I have not spent a lot of time looking at my stuff in Google search. I don't think I've ever like searched my stuff in Google search. And part of that is because like I get so little traffic from there that I've spent a lot of time optimizing my listings for eBay and not so much for Google. Are you getting a lot of traffic from outside of eBay, Indizen? You're not sure. If you want to check, go to your performance tab in Seller Hub and go down to traffic. And then you should have two bar graphs that come up near the top of the screen. The one on the right is your listing page views, and it will tell you, like, if you hover over one of the bars, how many views you had, how many from eBay, and how many from Google. Andy just sold 2 more pairs of Levi's for full price plus shipping. Very nice. You're getting hot. Does anybody want to see that? Because I will show you. Let me do a real quick screen share and show you this. Okay, so what you'll do is you'll want to go to your performance tab in Seller Hub and click on the traffic. And this bar graph right here, will tell you what your page views are. And for example, on the 21st, I had 199 total. 195 were within eBay, and 5 of them were outside of eBay. So they were other search engines. Like on the 12th, I had 308 page views with 292 from within eBay and 16 outside of eBay. So that is something that you can look at. And I am not one of those reports kind of people, but I do have some very analytical friends that kind of push me to look at stuff like this and give me understanding of what it is. So thankfully, I learn this kind of stuff from them. Andy said, thanks for that. I didn't know that exists. We were having a discussion, a couple of us girls, about, eBay saying you need to do the white background for the Google search. But then when we actually looked at, which most people are doing now, a lot of people are doing the white background. And that's Anthony's job, right? So we actually went and they actually went and found that information and shared it and said, okay, we're doing this, but look how little traffic we're getting from Google. So we really want to optimize for eBay, in my opinion. This is solely my opinion. I'm no guru. I'm in the same boat with the rest of you, as far as just, trying to keep my eBay business going. But that is just some food for thought and something you probably should look at. See you, Annabeth. Got to do your full real job. Love how people don't think my eBay, Etsy, Amazon is not a real. It's a real job. It's a real job. If you make money doing it, it's a real job. If you don't make money doing it, it's housework. Also a real job. But we'll see you. Thanks for stopping in. And it is 1:57 by my clock here. So in about a couple of minutes, we will wrap up for the day. I'm starving, man. I'm starving. I'm just whittling away to nothing over here. I'm going to have to get some food in my belly and finish cleaning house. If I could somehow figure out how to get paid for cleaning my own house, I would love that. Wouldn't that be awesome? I guess I'll just get paid in gratitude from my husband, and that should be enough. Well, eBay's shoe size for men goes up for 20 to 21. So I guess that's probably a readily available size that you're able to get. But it's a large shoe. Andy says, I've gotten so much done. Everything I've listed is put in bins, and I'm now processing the stuff we got yesterday. Nice. I'm going to try and get this stuff listed that we bought yesterday. It'll be a big boost when Holly gets here tomorrow for sure. But I'm so happy I got to spend a couple hours with you guys. Something went wrong. Try again. Oh, eBay's going to poop out on me. Here we go. All right. I'm just about finished with these last few, with this last draft. And I will, most department stores only sell to men's size 13. Yeah, that's interesting that people that have feet that are bigger than that would have to go to, I guess, specialty shops to be able to buy their shoes, which is terribly inconvenient, I suppose. But thank you for sharing that. Oh, Andy's got to measure and write it all down. Yeah, that's exactly one of the things that keeps me from selling clothing. Is all that writing and measuring. All right, folks, it's 2 o'clock. I'm going to sign off here. Thank you to Linda for hanging out with me, live, if you will. And thanks to everybody that joined. I mean, there's 28 people watching, which is just crazy. But I appreciate all of you being here. And I'll see you very, very soon. Goodbye, everybody. And I hope sales pick up for the rest of us. I will see you guys later. Take care.
Bye, everyone.